Nisa Ghul here. I was raised in the forest by my dad. After my mother died, my father taught me everything about hunting, cooking, finding things to make medicines, and basically how to defend myself. While hunting one day, we were attacked by the bear. It killed my father in front of me, leaving me completely alone. I ran away as fast as I could, coming across a cave where I tripped and fell, hitting my head. When I awoke, I was surrounded by a pack of wolves. Thinking they were going to kill me, I tried to get up and leave, only to have the leader come up to me and drop some meat by my hand and nudge it forward with her nose. That's when I realized they were just trying to help, while another two curled up around me to keep me warm. I then went on to live with these beautiful creatures for many years, until it was time for me to part ways. As a parting gift, the leader of the pack pushed forward the small cub who had become infatuated with me, as if to say, "He is your companion now. He will take care of you when he is old enough." Jeeves has been by my side ever since. I finally ventured into a village nearby where I used to live, only to meet Sout, who then became my best friend, with whom I did take under my wing, taught him things that he needed to know. Sadly, he went down the wrong path, in which I had to end his life.
Who am I? Who are you? Why do I need to introduce someone as formidable as myself? My reputation precedes me, after all. You should already know who you're talking to. No? Fine. You may refer to me as Artificer Ethelfin Ypres Yasfer Davidmore, protege of blade masters and armorers from the four corners of the Telkasir, and notable craftsman in his own right. Do not touch the construct. She is a delicate mechanism of such exquisite work that your ogling dirties her grandeur. She has instructions to dismember too, so mind your fingers. And yes, I am patronaged by House Talinder, thank you very much. Not that you asked. I travelled the highest echelons of elven society, so you will use my full name and title in the formal setting. Outside of which you may of course call me Artificer Daywinmore. Propriety must be maintained after all. What do you mean, what am I doing out here? I'm perfecting my craft. Whatever misunderstanding you've heard is scurrilous lies. There is always room to innovate and perfect after all, and one can't do so within the strictures of one society. Ideas can get stale, don't you know? Indeed, one day, Avatas, that's the construct, will be a shining, glorious centerpiece of the Telkasir's artistic and technological achievement. And it won't be thanks to just elven technology. No, there are many other disciplines that you blink lives may have some small knowledge of and that I can perfect. We elves are long-lived after all, but through this construct, I will achieve true immortality. No, I am not begging for coin. I have a highly placed sponsor within House Talinder. Why would I need coin? I was calibrating her load-bearing joints and placed my overcoat beside me because it is a sunny day. I can be hardly blamed if people throw coin at me. They are making assumptions. What do you mean, move along? Ordinance against begging? Are you serious? Take your hands off me. Do you know who I... Avatas, that was highly inappropriate. Thank you, dear. Get the overcoat. Leave the guard.
My name is Vanimelda. I am part of the Tarsali Asir. Ever since I was a young girl, I was under constant pressure as the next matriarch of my tribe. Learning about the world, having all manners of education, being groomed and molded to be the priestess. Also being sent to all different high houses to learn and network. I excelled at sword training, but that might have been partly due to the connection I had developed with Neveril, my dark elf swordmaster. Respect turned to admiration and admiration turned to love. For a while, everything was perfect. We were in love. He started teaching me about his culture and his goddess Elistrai. Then the day came when I found out I was to be a mother. I was excited, blessed, and thrilled. When my twin babies were born and I held them in my arms for the first time, I have never felt so much love. I went to sleep and I felt untouchable. And I woke up to reality. Everything was gone. My children, Neveril, my swordmaster, my mother had dealt with them. Since then, I have vowed to work harder than ever before to truly become the most notable matriarch of my tribe and change this barbaric way of thinking. Mothers losing their children over such matters will never happen again. I carry Neferel's sword with me always, so I will never forget the injustice that happened to me, the motivator to always get better.
Tig! I am Tig. Tig, wild elf. Big and strong, like tree. One day, met big walking tree. Easy to talk with big tree. Shook arms, and big walking tree gave me his arm. Arm gift. We friends now. Arm best friend. Walking tree sound grumpy, but gave arm? Must be tired. Tig take arm on walks and make big and strong like Tig. One day, family go off for trade. Tig go for walk with arm. Come back to find house traded for dirt and ash. Where did house go? Family in dirt where house was. Family all sleeping? Tig try to wake them, but they stay sleeping. Covered in dirt and black bubble bits. Why? Tig smell cooking. Tig hungry. Tig go for very long walk with arm to find food. Tig and arm walk very far. Not know how long. Man asked Tig to keep safe small elf and friend. End up on boat with Nisa and Music Man. But they not strong. Tig and arm must teach and take for walk. All go to place with tiny tribe. Very small. Do job for tiny tribe. Tig use shiny round metal for school. Arm and Tig met nice tiny person. She make candy. Candy help Tig talk good. Tiny tribe are nice people. Found new home. Tig and Arm found new family. Then Music Man hurt tiny tribe. Arm and Tig go fix. No one hurt tiny tribe. No one hurt Tig family. Tig arm torn off, but Tree Arm helped Tig. Tree Arm now part of Tig forever. Music Man smush now. Tig keep Nisa safe. We go find Apple Sprite now. Shiny rock. Did good?
Hey everybody, we are back from our short break. Had a bit of food, water, whatever. And the party had just found itself so far heading down into the dark underbelly of the Colossus, to where everyone disposes of their dangerous magical, let's call it waste. It's also old constructs or new tech that they're not quite sure is working. They sent it down to this place to be gotten rid of, and the party found several creatures which were destroying them and their objects. So they had a brief fight, and they have fallen back, or moved deeper into the disposal areas, and they find themselves at a fork in the road. So yeah, guys, what do you want to do?
Liam's gonna immediately, just like in his left hand, take the blessed piece of paper that Vanny gave him and try and shake loose some of the mud and roll it up and put it back in his coat.
Okay.
I look at Liam, I'm like, do you want one more?
No, this one will do.
Hazelton, I think, is just trying to catch his breath, and looks at, I guess, Vanny and just says, "Are you all right? Acid burns are not something one simply gets over."
I'm okay, as okay as I can be right now, and I like try to like grab my hair, and I'm like,
It comes out in clumps.
and I like, yeah, like I see clumps, and I'm just like, as long as my sword is fine, I'm fine.
Priestess here. And Aethelfin is going to he's going to pull the gem out that he usually uses that has a healing spell attached, and then probably notices that the gem is dull,
Yep.
and frowns at it, and then looks up at Liam, and like just locks eyes with him for a moment.
Liam is currently looking down at his glove, and for a few moments he looks confused, and then his eyes widen, and he looks very horrified, and his skin's like as pale as it is, turning as pale as it gets, and he just seems a tad panicked, but is keeping mostly quiet.
How interesting. And he sort of says that loud enough for Liam to hear, and it's almost like, you know, when you're talking to someone, but that intention is for someone else. And then he turns to Van and goes, "My dear, once we've extricated ourselves from here, I'll see what I can do to help.
Thank you.
Acid is not something I specialize in, but it is a component that I've used previously, so..."
Thank you, and I appreciate that you tried to help with the stick.
Well, frankly, apart from Miss Tig here, and I suppose Nisa, it is best to keep our most skilled swordspeople alive.
Thank you. And I grab my sword, and I whisper, like, "I'm sorry."
Okay. Anyone else?
Is there any mud around on the floor? Like just normal wet, damp mud?
No, it's not really muddy. It's all stone. It's just, you know, it's pockmarked and old, and you realize now, looking around, that anything you thought might have been mud is more like the rotting remnants of other things.
Okay, no worries. We'll keep moving.
You've got two directions. You've got ahead to one chamber, or you can turn off to the left.
Can I just move a little further forward and see if I can hear anything from either side? Or any, like, feel any air? Like airflow?
There's a little bit, but that's you don't really get a sense of direction, just with all the different openings and chutes to different areas. It just sort of seems to be blowing here and there in different directions at different times as people are opening and closing different parts of the Colossus.
Alright.
What you
Can I smell anything?
Yeah, so ahead of you, you have the same sort of damp, wet, slightly acidic smell. And to the left, you've got it's drier, and it smells more like rotting flesh. Can I get a perception check to whoever wants to look down there? In any direction, really.
I will
Alright.
look down.
I'll also look down.
Alright,
plus
pick
for my
one of
perception.
you. Pick one of you to look down.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
I'll probably just eye off Liam while he's looking at his paperwork.
Alright. The only reason I ever say, you know, pick one of you is because I find it's weird when a party goes, "Hey, Ranger with the good eyesight, go have a look at something." And they roll badly, like, "Yeah, I didn't see anything." And someone's like, "Well, I guess I should have a look then." Like, no, you just trusted the Ranger to have a look with the good eyesight. Why did you change your mind? Do you want to have Tig look? Yeah, that's the plan.
If everyone's okay with that.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
You got plus what to your perception? 4, right? I think what we said.
+4, yes.
Yeah, cool. So you sort of like peer down there, and you see that there is almost like a definite line in the ground, first of all, in front of you, where it's wet to dry. Like nothing tends to go down there. On top of that, the spiderwebs are back.
Ooh.
They seem to be like just lots and lots of like faint small ones, as if this place has not been touched for a long time in that direction, despite the fact there's a body on the floor right in front of you, where it's half dissolved away in the tunnel section you're standing in, and the other side of it is in the more dry, desiccated area where it's, a dry, desiccated corpse.
Can I go see how do I have any idea how old the corpse is?
You know, a survival check and try to figure it out.
All of us or just Fanny?
Fanny.
It's 9.
It has been here a while.
Okay. This body.
Yeah, continue.
No, that's it. I was just wanted to make sure everyone knows this body is old. It's been here a while.
Can I be able to intuit from this that, even though I know Tig's really stupid, but could she intuit from this that possibly something's gone and dragged it in here, half of the slime got it, and then maybe whatever is over there has gone and eaten the rest of it? Like it's been a shared thing between two animals?
It doesn't feel like that.
No? Okay. Can I go check the other
which
side?
way?
Wait. I'll go quickly check the other side, see if there's anything similar, or any tracks or spokes in the hole in the floor. Sorry, holes in the floor.
You can't really get. Sorry, you're talking about to the left or to the front of you?
To the front. Sorry.
Okay, so if you go further down to the front, you're in sort of like a square sort of tunnel. You poke your head out and you see that you're in another chamber that drops down from the roof. Very similar to the one you were just in.
Oh, okay.
Roll a perception check.
Yeah. My perception plus
Oh,
4.
yeah, +4. I'm sorry. You sort of look in there and you look around at the light source in the roof and you figure out this is, just another chamber underneath another experimentation vault. But that's all you get.
Okay. All right. I'll turn to the others. This way, safest. Same hole in sky. Safe this way. We go. She's just sort of proudly like, this way.
I suppose we best follow the scout.
Okay. Do you follow her or what do you guys do?
I follow her.
Alright, cool.
I want to turn to Aethelfin and just be like, we know where we're going, right? Like, were we told exactly where to go?
Well, we were told to go and investigate and find the person who stole the papers. Apparently they were down here somewhere.
Just wanted to make sure
Liam
that we
would
know where we're
appear to
going.
know this terrain better than myself. Any thoughts, Liam?
I mean, and he just is sort of looking really
Speak up.
blank. Yeah, he's looking really blankly at all the walls and just sort of glancing at the stone, and he seems really absent and not quite fully there.
Hello, boy, answer me.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Ah, wonderful. Well, I suppose following Tig is as good a course of action as any. We'll find our way down and find this supposed thief.
Nisa,
I look.
roll a perception check for me.
I look towards Liam and I ask him about the health potions.
I can do it myself. The effect. I mean, but
There's no magic here.
I know that's kind of the problem. I didn't expect it to be this strong.
Funny that. It's almost as if we were told that and we knew that coming down and that there would be some kind of anti-magic field that would prevent us from having the most ideal situation.
Let-
Well, it's different, you know. I mean, it's not. And he just sort of cuts himself off and sort of looks down at his pack and back at his glove again.
Nissa, roll a perception check, please.
Nope.
Continue, guys.
I'll go. The slides are back.
While I'm walking forward, I'm just going to sort of talk to Arm, say, we go this way. I think this way's safe. What do you think?
Says
Otherwise,
nothing.
we keep going?
It
Say.
it gives you like it's just like a neutral. It has neither here nor there for its response.
Yeah. Okay, then. I'm sort of just considering that as, yeah, okay. We good. I'm going to turn to the others, say, Arm says this way, fine. We keep going. Keep walking,
Yes,
making sure
let's,
they're sticking with me.
Yes, let's follow Arm. I'm sure Arm will help us all. Come along.
What's the marching order? Tig's at the front.
I'll
I
follow
think
behind.
Aethelfin- Yeah, I'll follow
Oh,
behind Nisa.
I want to at the same time I want to be behind Tig, but I also want to be like I want to have my sword like in my hand, kind of like just
Tig's at the
gently
front.
like talking
know.
to it.
Okay. Tig's at the front, followed by Nissa, then Aethelfin. So it's either you or Liam at the back.
I'll be behind Aethelfin.
Okay, so Liam, you're at the back. Roll yourself a perception check, please.
Everyone and everyone?
Myself?
No, Liam, roll a perception check, please.
Okay.
Okay. To make sure I do this right. As you move past off to the left, you see a small glowing floating orb, sort of just like dancing around in the air. Do you turn to look at it?
Liam sees that?
Yep. Sort of out the corner of your eye.
Is it the same color as my light?
It's you would have seen a few people have these sort of like floating they could like form floating lights if they wish to. It's a fairly common spell.
Well, yeah, you'll turn and take a little peek.
As you do, it sort of like stops for a moment and then dances out of vision. Off to it's still like down that corridor into another chamber. It goes out of sight around the corner.
Liam's going to keep walking while looking that way, and then he's going to look the other way, and then he's going to slow to a stop and tap whoever's in front of them and say, "Hey, so don't make a fuss, but I think we're being followed. Look in that direction." And he's going to point the opposite way as the direction he saw the light. So that's Aethelfin he's saying it to, right? Or is it
No, he's saying it to me.
Danny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Danny.
The
So he's
opposite
gonna
direction
point-
of the light is at a wall.
Yeah. Right. He's gonna sort of point behind him back the way he came, other path, just anywhere that's not the direction of the light. He's gonna say, "Yeah, I think I saw something back there. I'm not really sure. Maybe keep our eyes open that way, yeah?"
That's it. I don't know. Like that's. Thank you. And I
And
tell
before
that.
and before Vane turns away, he's just gonna quietly whisper, "It's coming from behind me. Look where my eyes are." And he's going to look at the wall, the opposite direction.
Okay.
He's gonna wait. He said what? I didn't hear that.
He's gonna say, "It's coming from behind me, opposite my eyes," and he's gonna look towards the wall in the opposite direction of the light.
Oh, okay. So I take note of that, and it's clearly saying like he doesn't want me to look there as well.
Okay. Roll a perception check, Chad.
19.
there's a small glow around the corner, and as you sort of like let your eyes play along the area, just very carefully, not to be seen looking directly at it, you see a sort of just a small bit of onyx skin and white hair as it disappears around the corner.
Onyx skin and white hair, kind of similar to Liam.
No, Liam is not onyx skinned, that's for sure.
Wait, what's onyx skin? I don't know
Black.
the word.
Onyx
is
like
black.
black skin.
Oh, black. Okay. I tweak to him and I say it like quietly. I'm like, and I tell him there's something to dark skin and pale hair there.
Are you saying this loud enough so I could hear that?
I think they're whispering to each other.
I'm keeping it
No worries.
quietly in case like no one else hears, like the other person hears.
Do you guys?
And Liam's just gonna say out loud, "It's probably nothing. We should keep moving." And then again, whisper it underneath, like after that, as it echoes around. Pass it forward. Let everyone know.
And I pass it forward. There's very quietly. There's a thing over there. There's a person over there. Dark skin, pale hair. I think can use magic. Pass it forward.
Would Aethelfin know about Drow? And would this match up with his thoughts?
Well, what studies you going? What did you study? What have you studied before?
He's a bladesmith and an artificer.
So, you would know that a certain section of your people moved away.
Wait,
and were
question.
considered rebels. Yeah.
As my character, right? Because me personally, I don't know about like Drow, but like as my character, I know High Drow. So would that be something that like would be familiar to me?
Maybe, but the logic leap of literally saying you didn't see a face, you didn't see anything except for a small section of dark skin and a little bit of white hair, is I understand the logic leap from a player perspective, but it's not like you got to see features or anything. It could be 100 other things.
Okay.
That's true.
I'm not saying
but
it's not, just you know.
No, that's fine. I just want to know if this is within the realm, because like I don't know 100% what Aethelfin would know about the families of the elves, especially coming from such a like we are the Sun Elves. We don't give a shit too much about other types of elves necessarily. Perspective, because like again, going from the context he would have, he is more likely to know about a Drow other than like another kind of person that has black skin and white hair. I'm just trying to think of like the leap there is like, does he know that? And if so, what's the possibility he could kind of go, I think they might be these people that we've met, or these people that I'm aware of, but what the hell would they be doing here? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's
if you want to say that, you say
you
that.
tell me. Yeah, but I'm not. But that's the question I'm asking. Like, would
And
he
I
know
just said go for it.
of the Drow?
I'm asking
Cool.
you questions. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay, he's going to go just like, that sounds like a Drow. A dark one. I'll tell the others. And he leans forward and he sort of whispers to Nisa, goes, I think we're being followed by a Drow.
You might want to. I get the intent of whispering, but
Sorry.
it is actually quite hard to pick up.
Okay.
So speak a bit louder.
Right, sorry. I guess, I don't know how much of this that goes, I think we might be being followed by a Drow. And then he says the same thing to Nisa, goes, I think we might be being followed by a Drow.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Let's just say they aren't necessarily at home to the other families of the elves.
Okay.
Okay. Do you keep moving forward, or are you just sort of all gonna stop and talk about this?
Yeah.
No,
I
we'll
think we're
keep-
kind of
keep moving
shuffling
forward.
down this hallway.
Okay.
Tig's still going.
And he almost goes like, tell Tig, and he's like, there's no point.
Tig, you walk through the next area, and you sort of start. Everyone starts hearing this little bit of dripping.
Is it similar to what we heard before?
Reach for the skies and look up there.
Mm-hmm. Roll a perception check.
Before I walk out into the area, can I sort of like look out from underneath the, the entrance area, just in case something's gonna fall down and hit me?
No, you've already looked.
No, okay, right, no worries. +4 for perception.
No, I'm talking about Liam right now, who was the last one to look up.
Oh, sorry.
Can I like point out to someone to look up instead, knowing that my vision is abysmal?
Yeah, it's fine. You're a nerd with glasses. You can't see shit.
Yeah.
Nis, you look up.
Yeah, I'll look up.
Go for it.
Perception check, yep.
Yep.
Nope.
There's nothing up there. Alright, so you move through the area, and you do after when Liam about half through the room and Tig has actually made it to the other side, you hear a sort of wet thunk on the ground, and you turn to look, and now you know what you're looking for. There is a yellow ooze making its way towards you.
Is it moving fast?
You could outrun it.
Or it's... I'm at the front. Is this thing, in front of me?
You made it into the hallway, so like you sort of would turn but not see anything except for people because you're in a hallway. It was more that Liam turned to see it because it would have landed fairly close to him.
Okay.
So I will call out, Slime, let's move.
Yes, let's move.
We go.
Okay.
Run from the slime.
You're intelligent enough to intuit now after 2 of these that most of these chambers have these creatures in it to dispose of anything that's thrown down there. Make of that what you will. Okay, so again, you come to a new hallway. This time it's a proper intersection. It goes both ways, left and right. To the right goes down deeper. To the left is again like a dry sort of area.
Well, Liam, aren't we supposed to be going further down? You seem to know this area somewhat, given these experimentation chambers.
Well, I've never actually been ordered to come down here. I figured it would be built similar to the Colossus in terms of architecture, design, layout, but it's like nothing I've ever seen before. I'm really sorry.
Down, and he looks at Vanny and Tig and Nisa, and he's like, down.
I guess so.
What Tig look for?
We're looking for someone who stole papers.
Like paper man in big room who went down, and she holds out a little bag of like all the meat and the flesh.
No, not him. Did anyone check that desiccated corpse for paperwork?
He's just got like the bag of flesh.
No,
No,
but that desiccated corpse, it has been here for a long time, and the person we're looking for is only recently here.
Fair enough. But we can't rule out the effect these things have on people. Interestingly, I think that they may be magical in nature and unable to come into the hallways simply because they are being repelled by the anti magic field. good to know if we have to get out of here in a hurry. If we can replicate that rune that the young boy used, then
It's sort of like starting to move.
fine. Shall we?
Did you start heading down? Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She sort of doesn't get this, so she's sort of like slowly trying to move to get them all to get moving while he's talking.
As they were discussing, and when they start heading down, Liam at the back of the pack is going to just look directly behind the direction of travel, just sort of point his gloved hand out and try and cast Sacred Flame at like anything nearby, and see what happens.
Is that from inside this little tunnel?
Yeah,
Or are you going to put your hand out into the other chamber?
inside the tunnel.
Yeah, it's completely suppressed in this tunnel.
So nothing happens. It just like there's no response whatsoever.
You sort of see your glove radiate a touch of light as if the flame's about to start kicking up, and then it's like a force just quells it and crushes it down, and nothing comes out after that.
All right, he takes a deep breath and then sort of steadies himself and seems a bit back to normal again and starts following the party.
As you look behind you, and you've done that, can I get you to roll a small perception check, please? I'm sorry I'm asking you to make so many of these. There's reasons. Okay. You see nothing. You do hear something though as you start following. As you start going down the stairs, you hear a loud, fleshy thud against a wall somewhere deeper in, and you hear a voice yell, "Liam, help!"
And hearing that, Liam is Vani still in front of him?
Yep.
Yeah.
Liam's just going to like quickly reach back, tap Vani's shoulder, and then start running towards it.
Towards the sound.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
instantly react and like, Liam's leaving. Let's go.
But what?
What? Why?
Okay.
I'm gonna get one more perception check from you to get to like sort of get best guess of the sound in sort of like echoey environment.
Us, all of us.
Standard.
Okay. You think that it's definitely sort of in that spiderweb sort of area, but more of like you think you heard it originate in its echoing sound from the right through the next disposal chamber.
That's where he's gonna go.
Okay.
Where's that mad little tiefling off to?
As you run, and you get, because everyone's a bit shocked as you get back up the stairs, you're a full like 10 seconds ahead of them. They just see your like back disappear across the chamber down the next corridor, and Vanny, as you step out into it, with a large, heavy splash, a black pudding falls from the roof and lands in the center of the chamber. It'll take at least a turn to reform, going off what you've seen before.
Wait. So it's in front of me or behind me?
It's in front of you.
Bitch, bye.
Separating you from Liam.
Is you run past it or back up?
Can I run past it?
Like, so it's going to take a turn to reform.
Yeah, I run past it. I'm not gonna leave Liam alone.
Okay, you run. Who was the person taking point? Tig, and behind them was Aethelfin, right? Or was it Nissa?
There was
Yep.
You went Tig,
Nisa.
Nissa, and then Aethelfin.
Okay,
And
Aethelfin.
at the same time, I want to just like scream, "Black pudding is like the black
Okay.
goop is here."
Yeah, it's got you. Yeah, you Aethelfin can probably run past fast enough, but Nissa and Tig, as you like get into the room, having gone further down the stairs, it's now fully formed and rising up.
This is
Yeah,
one
I
of those
think
things
he-
you just fought. Yeah, the slimes.
Is very similar to, yeah.
I think, yeah, Aethelfin nips past, probably cursing under his breath about the little tiefling.
What do you guys want to do? You can attempt to run past it
Still
if you
room
want.
to run past it?
You can attempt to run past if you want.
I guess I'll attempt to run past it too.
Okay.
How big is this thing?
It looks like it's way more than you.
But height-wise?
It's rearing up to more than your height.
All right. Does it take up like the whole hallway space?
No, well,
Is
you're
it,
not, it's
like,
not in the
rooms
hallway.
like
It's in the
that?
center of the chamber, and you can run around it. You just need to make a decision because it's
Okay,
it's one of those like let's
yeah,
go
we'll
things.
run past it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Tig. It lashes out at you and misses. And Nissa, what's your AC?
16.
Okay, it lashes at you and catches you. It sort of splashes out and hits you for 18 points of acid damage. But
Just
you
so
make
you
it
know,
past.
Kyle, I am in the minus now.
That's fine. Let me know when you get to double con at a negative. So whatever your constitution's at, double that. What's your constitution? What's
10.
10. How many negative are you so far?
-8.
Okay, let me know you've taken 12 more points of damage. Okay, so it splashes out at you, misses you. You sort of hear it like thud, like a wave crashing onto the stone chamber floors. Liam, you and Vanny, you see as he does this, you sort of run in and then turn left immediately into like a whole bunch of cobwebs and small creatures. Lots of bugs and there's like a few desiccated rats on the floor.
Have I got time to stop and back away from it?
They're very, very small, like fine webs. You'd run into them and be like, "Oh fuck, that's gross," but that's about it. Like it's not like it's oh you're trapped. It's just a few spider webs.
All right. Well, he's gonna sort of slow down a little when he sees these and look around and be a bit more careful.
Okay.
Because this smells like a trap.
Danny, what do you do?
Wait, and Liam's just in front of me, right?
Yeah. So you turn the corner on full tilt.
Yeah, like I'm just like
Noises, yes. So you
no noises, just like
sure. All right, you
yes,
turn,
I'm sure.
You turn the
Very
corner. Give me a perception check not to collide with his back. Well, actually, just make it a acrobatics to like dodge out the way and pull up next to him. I'll be
It's
generous.
still pretty bad.
Yeah,
Still
you
pretty
suck.
fucking bad.
Vanny collides with your back and like knocks you forward a couple paces, just a bit more webs. Nothing like happens to you apart from you covered in spider webs, and you're not particularly happy with it.
Yeah, he just idly wipes them off while looking around.
Okay. Who was next? Aethelfin, you turn the corner.
Yes.
You are being a lot less fit than Vanny, or in need to help someone out as Liam. You
I
sort of
am
turn the
crumbling,
corner
though.
and you see those two sort of standing there.
What are we doing exactly here, people?
Someone called for my help. I have to find them.
I'm sure it's some kind of cave echo.
Yeah, a cave echo that shouts, "Liam, please help me." I don't think so.
You hear another
Fine, well,
heavy
are we
thud, and then
indulging-
again, Liam, please.
Does
Do we
anyone
all
else
hear
hear
this,
it?
or just us?
You all hear it, all the ones that are standing there, and probably the other two actually who are coming behind.
All right, where's it coming from? In fact, he's gonna say that out loud. Where's it coming from?
I don't know. Does this matter?
Deeper into this area.
And Liam's just gonna he's gonna hold out his hand and slam his glove against his own chest and try and cast guidance. Does anything happen?
Not here in this particular part, but you can see it. There's another open chamber further ahead, but you can see that it's getting more and more thick and dense, with both cobwebs and like the feeling of like dust and age.
Then, as his magic sort of fizzles and crackles away, he just uses the same gloved hands to draw one of his daggers and just starts cutting through any of the webs that are in his way and keeps pressing forward.
Okay.
How is this in any way useful?
It doesn't matter if it's useful, it's the right thing to do.
Can I
Spare me.
try and like sort of use my tracking abilities and try and pinpoint where it's coming from?
Yep, roll perception. Also, Aethelfin, roll a perception check, because you just sort of roll your eyes and turn around.
Yep.
Spare me, so I want you to have a look at like the area.
8, so probably not.
Oh, that's a 19 on the
Oh,
die.
nice.
Plus 4, so 23.
Yeah, Nissa, you're not really sure the echoing nature of this area. It makes it very hard to sort of pinpoint any real sounds. However, you see this small like line where, as if like a block is inset into the wall. You know, it definitely looks like there's a good small gap the entire way around, and it's about the size. Oh, it's about a half foot squared. 6-inch squared, 15 centimeters squared. I can use other.
Right. So I said it's enough to put an arm in, basically.
Yeah, but again, it's not like it's still solid. There's a block within the wall. It's not like it's been taken out. You can.
Right.
It's inset into the wall.
Yeah. I'm going to nudge Vanny and point at it and go, "What do you think this is? Should we push it?"
Yes.
Tig, you turn the corner to see this, along with Nissa. How do I forget your name? It's your name.
I gesture to Tig
everyone's.
and say, "Tig, would you like to press a button
Why?
for fun?"
Why? We're here. Liam, run. Why?
Worried. I think this button might be useful. Why don't you press it, or at least push it out of where it is?
Maybe we shouldn't press buttons in a hallway of a place we have no idea about, because that could end very badly and could possibly be a booby trap.
I'm just calling for Liam.
Fine.
Like, is he starting to cut through all the webs?
Yeah, he's moving through.
Yeah,
He's
right.
not stopping. He's just going to keep slicing.
Liam.
Onward.
Yes, I'm like, Liam, going. We go help. She's just gonna full on try and
Step
keep
out
him
of his
safe
way.
and keep Nissa with her. It's like,
Okay, so there's Vanny and Aethelfin standing there next to a button.
I see them walking, and I'm not gonna leave without our powerhouse. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna stay alone without our powerhouse. So I'm just gonna be like, okay.
Okay.
I'm going to investigate the button.
Yep.
Oh, good. +7, so 9.
There is a square in the wall that you can see is a block that could move either forward or backwards. You would have to experiment.
All right, I get a while they're trying to cut their way through the cobwebs, I'm going to pull the torch out of my pack and start like tapping one of the torches out of my pack and start tapping the end of it with the torch and see if it will like have any resistance or if it will move.
You can hear the sound of a piece of metal under tension.
I stop. Yeah, I really think we should consider pressing this button.
There's no one here
I-
next to you.
No, well, it's
Yeah, I know. He
you
probably
cut-
gets up and looks
He's,
around.
he's cutting
Oh.
the cobwebs away, right? You're not just like pushing through. You're actually cutting, pulling them aside, cutting, pulling them aside. So you're not like just rushing through it all, Liam.
Well, it's like if there's any obvious cobwebs, like big huge things that cover the corridor, he'll slice through that. But if it's just one or two strands in his way, he's not going to bother. He'll just like push through and walk straight into it.
Okay. Yeah, you find that they are now about 40 feet through, about to get into the next chamber. So you have the choice, like, to do something now or leave. Aethelfin. Yeah. Yeah, your choice. Come on.
There's no one there to stop him, so he's going to kind of go, can't get any worse, and actually press it.
You all hear the noise of grinding stone, and then a solid like that. I can't make deep grinding noise apparently, but that was it. It thuds into place.
You have a cold, that's fine.
Yeah, I know. And then you hear where the T-junction was, Aethelfin, is where you who are close enough to sort of like hear it right next to you hears it. Everyone else a bit too far away, it just echoes around a bit. But this wet sound, like sort of like a can of soup just like falling out of the can, you know, that out, and it just splashes down. And in front of you is, it looks like almost slightly murky transparent jelly that fills the entire area in front of you to the roof.
Oh. Oh dear. And he's going to back away from it.
Okay, it starts moving towards you.
This is absurd. Why would anyone have a button that releases this?
I'm gonna actually turn around to check to see if Aethelfin is behind us, and I'm assuming as I do so I see this.
Roll perception check.
Yes.
Yes. You see it sort of like, it sort of like pulses towards you.
I'm going to turn around and yell at the other guys, "Oi, we have a problem." And I'm going to turn around back to Aethelfin and I'm going to yell, "I told you it was a fucking booby trap."
This makes no sense. He backs away.
I'm not sure if Tigwood is capable of this, but can't you sort of just let out a really angry growl, like kind of an animalistic growl, like she is pissed.
Yeah.
And just wants to get moving. So she kind of just lets that out and it's just
Yeah.
Canonically,
keeps moving.
wouldn't it be a bear's growl?
Not
Oh my
quite.
Well,
She's using.
Yeah, it would actually.
No, it wouldn't. If you're talking about like bear totem, I believe that's what she was saying. He was referring to.
No.
Your totem. For those of you who don't know, we're using bear totem for mechanics, but flavor-wise, it's actually totem of the. It's like forest or ent. She represents.
Cool, I have no idea what either of
She
those
represents trees more than anything. Because, you know, they're tough and sturdy. And I was like, what's tough and sturdy? Bear, that makes sense. That's easy. Anyways. So it pulses towards you.
With haste.
And as you back up, you watch as it slides across all the cobwebs. And they just immediately start smoking and disappearing as they're just absorbed by its mass. They just dissolve into nothing.
Does it look like the
cleaning
same?
service.
Does it look like the exact same thing that we fought before, but like a different color or something?
No, this stays as a cube shape. It is some sort of cube that is gelatinous in nature. You could almost call it a gelatinous cube.
A gelatinous cube.
I'm going to grab one of my arrows and throw it, or like shoot it at it to see what happens.
And I tell Aethel, run, come.
Yeah, he's already on that.
I'm doing an attack, right?
Yep. Just roll d20, add your dex. Yep, cool.
25.
So it hits it, and like sort of like goes in like a half foot, and then just starts. It loses all momentum, and then you watch as the wood just sort of like starts to disappear, and then eventually the metal starts to corrode and rust of the arrowhead. It happens very quickly.
So it's basically the same thing that we fought before.
Yes.
No, I'm going to push forward and try and get Liam to just move faster. And if he's not cutting the webs fast enough, I'm going to start helping him by cutting all the webs with like arm and sharp fingers.
Yeah, and after that traumatic experience that I just had, I will also just be like, fuck this.
I'm gonna kill that.
Help!
Yeah, he's gonna keep going, following the voice. He's not gonna stop.
Yeah.
Aethelfin's pushing past everyone like, okay, good, time to go.
Alright, so you were saying something, Nissa?
Nissa, you were kind of.
Nah, don't worry, never mind.
As you enter the next area, right? You can see that the ceiling here rises up quite high. You would guess that you're now not quite under the foot anymore. You're sort of where either you're the outer skin of it that goes up into the shin, or some other part of the area. And there is a slight skittering sound from outer vision up high, which is almost completely obscured by frags, cages, and cobwebs.
All right. Well, if no one else is going to do anything, this is going into the new chamber. Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. What's our options for getting out of here? Can I see any exits across the way?
Yeah. There's like a tunnel, like a cave tunnel now that goes deeper. Directly ahead of you, or to the left and right are more sort of stoneworked tunnels.
Can I tell?
Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, can I see any that look reasonably less, cobwebby or anything like that? So any of them that have a little bit more signs of wear compared to the others?
No, not really. It's kind of like this part hasn't been used a whole lot. There are a few footprints around. But it looks like one footprint and then like this long, thick drag. And when I say thick, I mean like the size of a person's torso.
Okay. I'm sort of just going to defer to Liam. Just which way? Call help? Where? Go.
Can I hear where the noise is coming from?
It's died off again. It only comes out every like little while.
And you said it looked like a corpse had been dragged through one of the tunnels.
I said there's one footprint, and where the other footprint would be is like a drag. But yes, you can assume that if you
Yes,
like.
that. Yeah, that'll be the one he's going for, because he's acting pretty rashly, and he sees signs of a human. Go this way.
And we all follow, I guess.
Okay. You go into the next area. And you all see this, and it sort of goes and drags down into the stonework tunnel. And the tunnel, by the way, Liam, starts, it goes about 5 meters in, and then just there's a drop of about 15 to 20 feet into a new area. There is a ladder there, but you can jump it and try just tuck and roll.
He'll call out down the ladder. Hello, I'm here.
You see a shuffling in the darkness. Even with your dark vision, it's still hard to see down here.
Well, then he's gonna climb onto the ladder and start going down.
Okay. The moment you touch the bottom, two things happen. You feel your magic return a step. It is now cast level 1 you can use, or sorry, spell level 1s you can use. Also, there's a sound from behind you, and this thing moves at you, and it is a person's arm, shoulder, and head, only one side, sticking out of what looks to be some kind of large slug-looking creature. No legs, just like I literally like, a slug or snail just there, with a ridge down its back of what looks to be hardened scales. And it's just weeping from lots of different places as if it's sick. And it starts moving towards you. And its face is just a rictus of agony. It can't do anything except for, like, wheeze out a small moan every now and again.
Does it sound like the same kind of tone from when the guy called out for help?
No. It as you start, like, looking at it, this one is a feminine face.
Back up the ladder, don't like it.
Okay.
Don't blame you.
As you go up the ladder, start climbing, you hear its mass just sort of hit the bottom of the ladder, and the ladder shakes, and its just slug body just like starts going straight up after you, and you hear a ripping, tearing sound as another arm just sprouts out from roughly like a meter down from where the head would be, like way too low for an arm is, and you can hear the flesh of the slug tear, and it starts clawing into the wall, and it's climbing up after you.
As he's climbing, he's just gonna shout up to the guys. Guys, need help, have a problem.
Oh, the tiefling needs help. What's the problem?
He's climbing back up the ladder, yeah?
Yeah, you can hear him very quickly trying to get out of there, wherever he is.
Alright, I'm just gonna reach down. Oh, wait, I've got some rope in the pack. So
Yep.
I'm just gonna quickly grab that out, throw it down to him, like, hold on. And as soon as I can feel him, hold on, I'm gonna try and pull him up so we can get out of there fast. And then tell everybody behind me, just go, get out.
Yeah, he's just gonna grab a hold of the rope and hold on tight.
I'm not gonna make you roll a strength check. I think fear is enough to be like, oh god, don't let go. But there's a bit of a jarring to your wrist, elbow, and shoulder as she just like yanks you up full strength, full pace, and you hear this sort of like wheezing sigh as you get further away, and the creature's moving. If you want to do it mechanically, it's about 15 feet around,
Jeez.
and that includes up walls and anywhere else. It just doesn't seem to be slowed down by any terrain. You're all sort of in that small 5-meter section of tunnel before the drop and the spidery area, and behind you, you do hear a bit more skittering up in the roof.
Can I take the opportunity to look up at it while I wait for
Yeah.
Tig to pull the erstwhile Liam out?
Do a perception check, please.
Excellent. That's not too bad. That's a 19, I believe.
Not too bad,
no,
19.
Not 19, 16.
You look up, and you see what has the body of a spider and the torso of a horribly, horribly burnt human with white hair. They are very old and frail looking. They look like they've had a really hard life, and they've somehow managed to just be completely immolated and stay alive. Where the spinneret of the spider would be isn't web so much as what looks like unraveling organs, lowering them down from the roof towards you.
He like reaches over and taps the person next to him, who I assume is probably either Vanny or Nisa. It's just like, what the hell is that thing? And he points up at it.
Vanny, do you look up, or Nissa, do you look up?
Yes.
I feel like we both look up.
As you look up, you see it sort of makes this convulsion with its diaphragm, and it's like sort of like retching noise comes up out of its throat, and it spews web out in a spray. Both of you make a dex check. All three of you make a dex check to jump backwards into the tunnel out of it.
Oh, good.
Or dex save, I should say.
X?
Dex save.
6.
Okay, so that's
Dex
Probably not.
save or dex check?
Dex save. Sorry, I made a mistake there.
so for me that is a 12.
Okay, so Vanny like very gracefully like ducks and spins out the way, drawing a sword in the one motion and ready to go. Aethelfin, a little less gracefully, just dives into the dirt and like thuds, like belly flops face down in the tunnel. And Nisa, who's sort of like she feels a bit out of her depth, like sort of like does a double take up to the tunnel, like trying to make sure she's going the right way, and as she turns, just gets covered head to toe in this web that fastens very firmly to the ground and all across her back, and you see a clawed hand that is all burnt and weeping blood pull her hair back and open its mouth again as a swarm of like small baby spiders exit its mouth, crawling up its face and dripping onto your head, and we'll end the session there.
Damn.
What?
What?
Oh my god, that's what the fuck?
We're just gonna prolong my character's death, okay?
Which
Aw,
it's
that's not
trying
what's
to
happening.
transform me, and all of us are around, and we have to like I feel so bad if we have to end up just like squishing all these spiders, and it's just going to end up with a whole bunch of slaps to the face.
Don't worry, we'll stop it.
You fine this, don't worry.
So, how'd you like your very first dungeon crawl?
The fuck?
Nasty.
What the fuck?
I am currently covered in webs with spiders coming down to my face, and my current hit points are -8.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Fucking rip.
Yeah, but the thing
Just
is,
for people who are
when you
wondering
get
how she's
out
still
of it-
conscious, Carl uses
Explain that
modified
in
H point rules. Yeah.
Yeah, I use because
Nisa,
we
the thing is-
play. Okay, Harry. We've just finished the session, but at the start of the next
Sorry,
session,
Harry, a bit
Harry,
Sorry.
Nissa will have a natural 20. At the start of
Guys,
next
I also
week,
have my
you
hero
have
point. It's fine.
So you
I have my
are
hero point. It's-
fairly survivable right now. You got a good chance of
Thanks, Harry.
surviving. Thank you, Harry.
It'll be okay.
50-50 at this point.
I hope everyone liked this session. It was a bit different. I don't usually do dungeon crawling sort of like style, but I had a very specific thing in mind for what this was going to be.
The second that you said that there was a button in the wall, I flashed back to watching fucking shit, what's that movie with the boulder and the dude with the whip?
Indiana
Oh
Jones?
my God.
Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Jones.
That's the one. Sorry, my mind is like not here today. But yeah, I got like an image of Indiana Jones and I was like, don't do it. And then he pressed it and I was like, remind me if I'm ever in a situation with Matt where it has a button on the wall to just go, fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm just gonna leave him.
Just leave it.
Like that's
I
what
love
my reaction
that
is,
he
to leave
tried to
him.
get